Succumbing to hatred is a dangerously easy path to tread, particularly when anger and frustration towards the world begin to cloud judgment and moral compass. Hatred, often fueled by a singular painful event, can potentially dictate one's emotions and actions for a long time, possibly even for a lifetime, casting a long, dark shadow over every relationship and experience. It is effortless to let hate take root because it requires less immediate emotional labor than understanding or forgiveness. Hate simplifies the world into absolutes, right and wrong, us and them, victim and perpetrator, eliminating the need to confront the often uncomfortable complexities of human interaction and motivation. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how easy it is to succumb to hatred, but how it is also important to realize that you must make room in your heart for love and forgiveness and compassion. So let's get it. Hatred can consume all the space in one's heart that might otherwise be filled with love and healing. And when one allows anger to fester without challenge or reflection, it becomes all consuming, coloring every thought and interaction. And I know this all too well because in my last video, I talked about how I used to be very secluded and reserved to myself because I would allow what others did to me, like how I used to allow myself to be taken advantage of. And as a result, I didn't want to really try in social interactions. Not only was I not social, but because I let my pain and my anger, I held on to it. And I would honestly, I feel like I would take it out on people who weren't deserving of that. Honestly, I remember I used to yell a lot. I used to be a very angry person, and I used to be in a lot of pain. And honestly, through the shouting and through all the anger, more than anything else, I remember I would just feel just pure sadness and betrayal, and because I never was able to come to terms with those feelings. And I remember I talked about how I would forget why I was feeling so angry, because I waited so long to acknowledge those feelings. So while you may repress those feelings of anger and hatred, eventually they will come out, and especially in situations where certain experiences or moments could evoke such feelings, could cause you to relive such trauma, and especially when another person doesn't mean to, you could take it out on people, and the people that you love and people who genuinely love you. You could take your anger out on them, and that can put distance in between you. So in this state, individuals might find themselves displaying no remorse or even other emotions as hatred dominates their emotional landscape, leaving little room for compassion or empathy. This tunnel vision not only alienates potential adversaries, but can also drive a wedge between, like I said, the individual and those who can genuinely care about them. Loved ones become collateral damage in a war fueled by unyielding animosity, as the hateful individual becomes less able to differentiate between those who mean harm and those who wish to offer support. So moreover, holding on to hatred can be isolating and self-destructive. It prevents the establishment of new healthy relationships and can severely hinder personal growth. And I want to talk about that a little bit more because, just because one person or one thing hurt you does not mean that everybody is out to get you. And I thought that way for a while. That's just also why I didn't want to really make an effort with people, because I thought I would just get hurt all over again. Whenever I felt something good was happening, I would stop myself. And I feel a lot of people can relate to that. I would stop myself before a real social interaction could blossom, or a friendship or relationship could happen, because I would be so afraid of being hurt again, and was so paranoid of that I would not reach my hand out at all for anybody. I would not make an effort. I wouldn't really make an effort with anybody. And so when people would try to make an effort with me, they would see that I was just being distant with them, and that would cause them to lose patience with me, and that they didn't want to really try at all. So letting go of hatred, not necessarily through forgiveness, though that can be a powerful act in itself, but at least by moving beyond the immediate pain opens a pathway to recovery and peace. So you don't have to necessarily forgive those that hurt you. You don't have to forgive the things that cause you to feel certain ways, but you must learn to come to peace with them, because like I said in my last video, what's done in the past is done. You can't change it, you can't alter it in any way, but you should be thankful for the place that you are now, because you could honestly be somewhere a whole lot worse. And understanding that no one harbors hatred without reason is crucial. Often feelings of hate stem from deep-seated fears, past hurts, or misunderstandings. Addressing these root causes, whether through personal reflection, therapy, or dialogue, can begin the process of healing and reconciliation. Making peace with those who have inflicted pain, either directly or indirectly, does more than alleviate personal suffering. Vengeance only serves to amplify universal suffering, and conversely, spreading love and compassion not only counters one's own negative experiences, but also sets a precedent for others. So back when I was feeling hatred and anger at those who had wronged me, after a long time I realized I was not letting any room in my heart for love and compassion. So I realized the importance of sharing those feelings with society instead of fueling the already set in stone hatred and division amongst ourselves that's already there. I'd start by slowly coming out of my shell, talking to people, and over time, as I got better, I started realizing that love is a beautiful thing to be shared. And as corny as it sounds, it's honestly the truth, because I'd rather somebody feel compassion and love from me and not feel hatred and anger, which in turn could turn them into an angry and hateful person. And I don't want that. I don't want people to feel the pain that I had felt. And so giving others something that you may not have experienced yourself can be a beautiful thing. That feeling of compassion and kindness and love, uplifting somebody in their time of need, that in turn can set in motion a chain in which people uplift each other and love each other and build bonds with one another, and we could all be united that way. It highlights the transformative power of kindness and empathy, which when shared can heal wounds and bridge divides. The importance of showing others the same kindness and love one wishes to receive cannot be overstated. This doesn't just create a legacy of positivity, it also models behavior that can alter societal norms and expectations about handling conflict and misunderstanding. By actively choosing love over hate, individuals not only enrich their own lives, but can contribute healthier, more compassionate society. So thus, the challenge lies not merely in overcoming personal grievances, but in fostering an environment where love and understanding outshine the destructive allure of hatred.